All right, make sure you filled out A, B, C, and D, please. And we've got to write y equals to begin with. And we're saying, how do we get from x to y? Well, if I just subtract 3, that's going to get me here, but we've got to make sure it works for all of them. So let's go here. No, let's go with a positive. 4 minus 3 gets me to 1, and 8 minus 3 gets me to 5. So every single one of my x's, it works that I just subtract 3. And that's my function rule. I'll go over graphing these shortly. Let's do the next one. Always start with y equals. Please make sure you've got that written down. I'm going from -4 to 16, so I could add 20, but it doesn't look like that's what I'm doing every time. So I went from negative to positive, and then positive to negative. So it looks like I'm either multiplying or dividing. So I've got to go bigger. All of these are growing. So I'm going to multiply, let's see, a negative times what is going to give me a positive? A negative. Because remember, with multiplying and dividing, we use the triangle. So 2 negatives gives me a positive. So I'm going to multiply -4 and see if that works. 2 negatives makes a positive, and 2 times 4 is 8. Let's try the bottom one now. A positive times a negative is a negative, and 5 times 4 is -20. So every single one of my x's, I'm going to multiply a -4. Okay, make sure you're not writing it like this, because that really looks like x minus 4. So do not write it that way. Okay. Now for graphing these two, remember we're following y equals mx plus b. So we always start with our y-intercept. So if I were to graph this one, my y-intercept is -3. That's my plus b. So -3, 1, 2, 3. And my slope, if I had to put a number there, would be 1. So I would rise 1, run 1, rise 1, run 1, rise 1, and this would be how I'd graph that. And over here, again, y equals mx plus b. For my plus b, I could say that I'm adding nothing. So my y-intercept would be 0, and my slope is -4. So remember, that's -4 over 1. So I'm going to rise -4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and run 1. Rise -4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and run 1. So that would be my slope. Now, if you're done with this, go ahead and start working on your homework. Tomorrow's notes are going to be video number 3, and that's going to be right here.